How's it going, everybody? It is July 21st. This is Merch by Amazon or Merch on Demand sales update. I wanted to do a sales update today because of this. Just simply the way this chart looks, because I knew that after today this would be off the screen, and we wouldn't be, we wouldn't have it for as a reference point. So I wanted to first mention that there has definitely been a drop off in my US sales since exactly last Friday, so for about a week now, because prior to this day I had a day with, I think, something like 12 or another 11 or something, but it was definitely more than 10, close to 15. And then on Friday the 15th went down to 7, and that's kind of, this is exactly what it looks like. Today is actually a very strong day. So I'm recording this just after noon, so 12 o'clock, and I'm sitting at 9 sales in total and 6 sales in the US. So, there's 12 plus hours to go. And I think this will definitely go up, but the way that it stands now, as you can see, like the new average is about 6, 7 maybe a day. So, that's definitely a change from the previous 2 weeks. Either way, I'm looking at 145 sales so far, $2,604.40 in sales for the total royalties of 441, as you can see here, 08, $306 royalties per sale. So that's kind of total, and so far the way it looks, it actually looks like a strong month. So I'm gonna let this load here, but if I'm looking at where I am now and looking at, for example, comparing this to the previous months and just looking at like the 7-day average, and taking into consideration that, let's see, that we have 7, 8, 9, 10, taking today like as a full day, we have 10 days to go, which means that this will, if the numbers stay the same, this will be a good day, good month, and it will probably be maybe higher than June, somewhere between May and June, which is good, because if it beats out all of these months, that's awesome, because that's the progress that we're talking about. However, total sales, actually I'll jump in, and this is just my total sales for yesterday. So 10, even though I had 6 in the US, I had 10 in total, and that brings me to 243 for this month so far, which is amazing. And look at some of these numbers, international numbers, this kind of stuff adds up. So far I'm actually feeling good. If we look at let's just say last 7 days, and we'll look at last 14, and I just want to see, for example, what we're going to be looking at. The reason is definitely going over that 300, possibly 350 if the sales continue. Now, of course, like if they drop off and something happens, then I'm not going to have those numbers. But so far it looks like it's going to be a really good. This is the last 2 weeks, last 14 days, which means that if my next 10 days are similar to this, I'm looking over 100 additional sales, and that would bring me close to 350. So feeling really good so far. I like to do a comparison of the last month, same time frame. So we're going to be looking at the first 20 days and 185. So that gap there is getting a little bigger. It was started out with like 40 sales difference, meaning July I was doing better, and then it went to 50, and now we're looking at close to 60, which is great. And then people have been asking me to do year to date. I can do that. I definitely don't mind it. It's cool to look at these numbers. So far 2,025 sales, and you can see the kind of like the distribution here, but it's nice to see, in the UK it's slightly over 10%, so 11% of my total sales. In the US, same thing for Italy here. Germany's higher, so we're looking at 20% of my total sales, of my sales. Like I do 20% the percentages of the total sales in the U.S., 20% is the equivalent that I do in Germany. And it's pretty cool to see because these kinds of numbers, I didn't have them before, and I've talked about this before. Let me see if I could just pull up previous year. I actually just want to see the totals for the other marketplaces. As you can see here, my totals for the whole year last year were actually lower than my totals up to this point, which is great. That's exactly the growth I want to see, and it feels good. And it looks like this year, if it continues, if it gets better, will actually be a much stronger year than last year. But look at these numbers. So that's that's feeling really good. So one more time, this month I'm sitting at 243. Definitely expecting to go over 300, possibly 350, but we'll see. So feeling good so far. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you soon.